Today I'm reviewing these Vipmotoz Z headlights, and these are going to be for my 2006 Tacoma. They fit all second generation Tacomas, which I believe is 2005 to 2015. And so let me go ahead and go through the process of showing you how to take out the old ones and then how to put these new ones in. So to do that, first thing you're going to do is going to take off the grill, which that's a relatively easy thing to do. It's just going to have a couple of screws there, and then a couple of clips, one there, and then these little squeeze clips down here at the bottom. So one there and one on this side, and then the grill just pops right out. And to remove these, you're going to have to remove these two screws. There's one on the other side, these two screws, and there's also going to be a screw underneath, which I'll show you here in a second. I did forget to mention you will need to remove this little plastic that's going to go underneath here. So there's just going to be a little clip here. You can use a screwdriver. I actually have a little tool that allows it to pull out pretty easily. And then you're just going to pull. So you're not going to bend it out like this. You're going to pull it out straight like this, because this little piece is going to just kind of be shoved right inside of there. So you're going to take that out on both sides. Next thing you're going to remove is these two little screws. So there's going to be one there on that side that I haven't taken out yet, and then this one that I already have. So it's just going to be right behind that bumper right there. So for these, it's going to be a little bit easier to use a drill with an extension if you've got one, just because of the plastic here. It makes it kind of narrow. There's going to be one last bolt that holds this on that's going to be a pain in the neck to get to. So it's going to be way back down behind here. The easiest way to actually get to that is going to be to turn your wheel and then remove this wheel well cover, and then you can actually see to get in there. To get to that bottom bolt, the easiest way is actually going to be to remove these screws that are holding on the wheel well cover. So you're going to have one there, you're going to have another one that's going to be over there. I've already pulled this off, as you can see. And then there'll be one more that'll be right around on the inside here where that one's at. Once you get those loose, then you can just kind of take this and bend it out of the way so you can get to that other bolt up there to remove for the headlight. So I got the wheel well off. It's going to be really hard to see, but that bolt right there is the one that you need to get off to remove your headlight assembly. So it's going to be with the wheel well off. You can see I kind of have it pushed back up there. It's going to be relatively easy to get to. Otherwise, you're going to have to reach up through this hole here, right here, and then you're going to have to go up and reach around and just kind of try and feel to find it. Or you can try and kind of reach down from the underside, but just taking the wheel well off does make it considerably easier to get to. So I'm going to go ahead and take that one off now. So I got the old one out. Here is the new one. Here's the wiring harness from the new one. So this is just going to plug straight into your one that came off from your traditional headlight, the one that was on. And then you're going to have this little side one as well. Now that little side one is actually going to go where this little bulb goes, not where the big orange bulb. So just a little orange bulb. And that's just going to pull right out. And then that little harness right there is going to then connect up into there. So once you pull out the bulb, yes, you're just going to take the bulb right out. Then you're going to then stick that right inside of it. One last thing I would recommend doing is that when you get this installed, I would make sure you wire it up before you put it in, just to make sure you got all the wiring correct. So that little one is what's going to light up this little LED. And then I'm checking the turn signal here. Obviously, I've got the regular light headlight. That's going to come with it. That's going to come with it. You're just going to take out the turn signal and then put it right into here. And on the back of here, there's not really instructions with this. On the back of here, your big orange turn signal bulb is just going to go right in here. There's just a little piece of paper that covers this. So you're just going to take that right off, and then this just twists right in. So let me go ahead and bolt this in. And they're done. One thing you do want to make sure is when you're plugging in that LED, if you have it the one way and it's not working, just turn it around 180. And then I had to do that on this side. This one I got right the first time. So you can see here the bulbs, they're going to fit in there without any issues for your turn signals. And then your other plugs will actually fit down inside. They'll have a little white cover with tape for the plug that you're going to use for these LEDs. And then you've got your regular headlights, which are going to be those there. One last thing I do want to mention about these lights is that you will need to probably adjust them. However, it can be a bit confusing when you go to do that, as there's actually going to be two adjustment screws for each of these lights. So you're going to have the longer ones will be here with your high beams, and then the smaller ones will be here with your low beams. So you'll need to make sure you adjust both of those. I actually made a mistake, and I was adjusting the high beams and I had my low beams on, and I didn't realize it till I went to turn on my high beams and realized, oh, wait a minute, that's the adjustment that I was making. So you will need to make sure when you're adjusting these that you are adjusting the correct screws, and that will be right on the back inside of here. So let me just show you that. So these long screws, that one there, and then the one up on the top there, that's going to be for your high beams. Your low beams are going to be that screw there, and then that screw that's going to be on the other side. Kind of hard to see right back under there. So low beam adjustment screws will be on here, high beam adjustment screws will be on there. So you got separate adjustments for those headlights. So just make sure that you're adjusting the correct ones. So overall, definitely really happy with these headlights. I love the way that they look.